Anthony Herwig here with another Springfield girls basketball player profile. I am joined by Ava Vecchione. Ava, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
So here you are, back-to-back district champions. When you were able to raise the trophy and get that medal around your neck on Saturday, how did it feel?
It was great knowing that what we've been working for all season, we've reached our goal. It's a great experience. It's so fun winning it with my teammates.
How did it compare to the one you guys won last year?
Um, the one last year, it was a closer game, so it was more intense, but I still think I still got the same feeling, I was still excited and just love being with my teammates again.
This year, there were so many goals that this team has had, not only winning a district, but also winning the MVAC. And now your goal gets moved up to winning a regional. But let's go back to the regular season. Going through that MVAC Scarlet tier, which is so tough, still has two teams left in the regionals. What was it like going through that with the goals in mind of winning it?
We had a game plan for every single team, lock down their best players and break their presses and stuff. So I think we did good, following through with our goals, and then everything just worked out.
What were some of the things that you worked on in the summer to make yourself and to make the team better coming into this season?
I knew my main goal this season was going to focus on defense because we have our scores like JC and Maddie and Jamaica, and so I knew this season my main role would be defense. So I try to focus a lot on that in the summer and then handling the ball better.
You've been asked to guard a lot of the other team's best scorers. I mean, we brought Coach on before your district championship, and that's what he said. We always put Ava on the other team's best scorer. What's that like knowing that the coaches trust you with that responsibility?
It makes me feel good about myself. Those girls, most of the girls that I've guarded, they're good. They give me a good competition. But I got to give props to my teammates too because they're always in help, and it's not just me. It's all of us together, and that's how our defense is executed.
When you kind of knew that that was going to be one of your roles this year, what were some things that went through your mind when you were trying to prepare yourself and trying to be confident that you were able to do it?
Um, I knew I just had to have my quick feet. I got to stay low, and I don't know. Just listen to my teammates and.
You have a lot of great leaders on this team, but as someone that gets significant playing time and has a big role in their success, you're a leader too. How have you handled stepping into a leadership role this year and being able to kind of guide some of the younger players on with you?
All my teammates make it easy for me to talk to them and stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't that hard stepping into that role because JC and Maddie, I've been playing with them all throughout high school. So, I'm already comfortable with them, and then Anna and Jamaica and all the other girls, they're just all friendly, so it wasn't that hard.
You guys have four really good senior leaders. From your perspective, what do you think they've done for this team and this program since you've been able to start playing with them?
I love those girls. They're so good at what they do, and they're always so nice, and they really they are the leaders of the team. So it's going to be so different without them next year, but I love being with them for all these 4 years.
How much of the drive to win in this tournament has this been to earn more time with them and more practices with them and more bus rides, more games with those seniors?
I love it. In the district semi game when it was so close, it just made me sad thinking about oh, this could have been my last game with them, and after I was just in shock that we had a practice the next day, but I was so happy that I still got to be with them because it's gonna be so different without them next year because they're the leaders. They've always been there.
Let's go back to that district semifinal. Obviously, you guys, were down late in that game, but your seniors especially put their foot in the ground and said, this is not how we're going to end the season. What was it like to see them do that and to see them just kind of turn on a switch and pick you guys up and lead you to victory?
It was crazy. It was I don't know. It was just such an emotional game. Everyone was so excited, and like all worked up and stuff. And it was so fun like watching them like get all like mad and like determined. And they just like they Maddie and JC and everyone like they just finished so strong. And I don't know, I'm glad everything worked out.
What is the biggest kind of biggest shape of leadership I would say that you're going to learn from them when they're gone when you have to be a bigger leader next year?
Um, Definitely just like talking and like helping like the younger girls because they're good at that. Like they're like nice about it, but like if someone makes a mistake, like they'll like cheer them up or they'll like help them fix it. So
Let's
maybe
talk
that.
about this coaching staff that you have during the basketball season as well. Coach Matisse in his second year with you guys, and all he's done is lead you to two district championships. What kind of things has he done with this program that you think has really brought this success that you guys have?
I mean, he's definitely all in. Like all the coaches, like they watch all the film. Like right after our game, like they already know like for the next team we're gonna play like what players we have to like guard, their shooters, like how we need to break their press and what defenses they run. So I mean, you can tell like they're like all in and they know what they're talking about and they're good.
So obviously the goal in regionals is to win a regional and go to state, but you've already been to state in a sport. You know, you got there in track last year. How much are you leaning on the experience of just competing at that level, trying to keep yourselves calm for regional?
Um, I mean, it's like nerve wracking, but it's really exciting because I mean, track is the only sport that I've like really made it like far in, so it's exciting going there with basketball with this team because I know like we are a good team and we definitely have like we definitely are able to do it. So I think we can definitely make a run.
Last year was the team's first trip down to Perry. Now you've been there before, you know what to expect. How much are you leaning on what you kind of took in last year to help you prepare for this season?
I mean, we definitely like we know the atmosphere better. Like we've been there, so we know what it's like the hour and like a half long drive. Like we know what to expect with that. So, and I think like this year we have a better chance like of being in the game and winning it. So it's just exciting.
We've talked about your track and you're also a soccer player, so definitely a multiple sport athlete at Springfield. What's it like balancing all of that and trying to also maintain your studies and maintain a social life?
I mean, having all these sports, it keeps it like exciting. It helps like with school, like make it go faster. I mean, sometimes it's stressful, but I think it makes it fun and it makes everything more exciting, something to look forward to.
Do you have a favorite sport that you play?
Usually just whatever sport season I'm in. I mean, soccer's always been my favorite, but lately like I've liked basketball too a lot. So it just
Well,
depends on the season.
what's the transition been like between when you end soccer season, you go into basketball, and then when basketball ends, you go into track? What do you how do you handle the transition into the different mindsets that all those sports bring?
Well, I definitely take like a week break in between just to like reset. But I mean, I'm so like used to it because I've been doing it like my whole life. So I don't know. I don't really think about it much. I just know I have to focus in on whatever I'm doing.
Been doing it your whole life. Let's rewind your memory back to when you started playing sports and some of the first times you picked up these soccer ball and you picked up a basketball. What are some of your first memories of loving the sports that you play?
Um, I mean, when I was younger, like my parents pushed me to doing all these sports. Like I didn't really, I don't know. When I was younger, I never really wanted to do that. I was like more like gymnastics and stuff. But then I played soccer and like I loved it and basketball. Like I don't know. I just thought it was so fun. So
While you were diving into those sports, did you try any other ones that you were like, this is not for me, I'm not going to do this anymore?
yeah, I actually did. I played a little bit of flag football. I did tennis, golf. I did it all.
Are there any sports that you never really tried that you watch and say, man, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I could throw my hat into that ring?
um, I feel like if I would have like stuck with gymnastics, I feel like that would have been pretty cool, like doing all the flips and stuff.
How much of that can you still like? Is gymnastics? Can you still do some stuff? Are you still in that mode? Like, is it right like riding a bike where you don't really forget how to do those things?
If I have a trampoline, but other than that, no.
When you think about the success that Springfield athletics has had over the years and the athletes that have been coming through, especially of late, what's that like to be in a school system where you can look around and whether it be the football team, the basketball team, baseball, softball, you guys, the soccer team, what's it like to look around and see so many successful athletes that really push themselves to succeed?
I mean, I love it. Like, I love like going and supporting like all the football teams. Like when they went to state for a couple years, and like when the boys like went to regionals in basketball a few years ago, and like us having success, like it makes it fun. And we have such a supportive community. Like they all come to our games and support us, and it's just great to see.
We do know that Tiger Nation is strong. What's your favorite part about the Springfield community and how much they support you?
Um, I mean, I've been loving our past like few games. Like instead of just having like a student section, like it's like just the whole crowd. Like when we're on defense, they're all cheering defense, and they're all just like so into the game. Like it really like it makes you feel like good that they're all like there to support you. So.
Are you a player that hears the crowd and feeds into it, or are you someone that tries to lock all the noise out so you can't hear it?
I mean, usually I just try to like get in my zone and like try to like block out everything. But I mean, like sometimes like I use it to like motivate me because it's just exciting.
All right. So obviously there are a lot more experiences that you go through in high school. Outside of you can't say the sports you play. That's the easy answer to this question. But outside of that, what have been some of your favorite experiences in high school so far?
Um, I mean, just like all my friends, like making new friends, like going through all my friend groups. But yeah, other than sports, like that, like my friends.
Yeah, that's what makes it hard. I know sports are
Yeah.
are a big part of it, but talking about all the teammates that you've been able to make and those friends you've been able to build, um, who's someone on the basketball team that you think you've really gotten to know, and you think that maybe if it wasn't for basketball, they might not be in your friend group per se?
Oh God, I became friends with like a lot of them, but probably like I don't know, like me and Maddie, like I always talk to her. Like we've gotten closer because of basketball, and even like Jamaica, like we've gotten closer, and like Mariana. So I'm
What
like,
kind of things does this team do to build chemistry and build those bonds that you're talking about off the court?
I mean, like we've gone to like the YSU basketball game, like a girls' game before. We do like some team dinners. Saturday we had a team breakfast. But I think like other than that, we just like all get along well. So it's really not hard like having to bond and connect.
When you guys are having a team dinner, what's the best team dinner? Where's the go-to spot? What's the go-to meal for your team?
Um, well, there's like a guy that we know. His last name's Yema. He has like a food company, and we always love their food. They have good like pasta and chicken and stuff. So that's definitely our favorite team meal.
What about your favorite post-game meal after a big win?
Um, definitely just like I like Chick-fil-A. Like for our bus snacks, like sometimes we get Chick-fil-A sandwiches. That's definitely my favorite with some chocolate.
Speaking about bus snacks, obviously that's a big part of being a high school athlete. You get those snack bags, and I know the parents rotate. So, whose parent brings the best snack bags to a road game?
Um, Probably my teammate Kendall Mon's mom. Like she gets us like Chipotle or Hot Heads and Chick-fil-A, so she does
W-
good.
What's one thing for you? If this is in that snack bag, it's awesome. It's the grade A snack bag.
Well, the one time we had no bake cookies, those are my favorite. Or like Chick-fil-A cookies, just any type of cookie, really.
What is kind of like your guilty pleasure food? That dessert that you probably eat a little bit too much.
Um, Probably chocolate peanut butter brownie ice cream from Handles. This summer, I get that all the time, like once a week at least.
When you think about your teammates, I'm going to have you answer some questions about them. Who do you think is the most likely to succeed in their career outside of basketball?
Oh God, I don't know. Um, maybe like Peyton. I feel like Peyton, she really, like, I don't know. I feel like she'd succeed well.
What teammate would you trust the most to be a getaway driver?
Oh God. Maybe JC. I feel like I would trust JC to drive.
What teammate is the most likely to need a getaway driver?
Uh, oh God. Maybe like Mariana Toscano.
What teammate has the best taste in music?
uh, Probably I'd say like JC. Like she made our warm up playlist and I liked it.
What teammate has the most swag on the team?
Mm, I'm gonna have to give that one to Jamaica.
Who's the team clown, the one that can always make you guys laugh no matter what the situation is?
Definitely Emily Gerthung.
What about the opposite? Who's the team, like the serious one, the one that takes everything super serious and hard to make laugh, and even in a funny situation?
Honestly, I feel like none of us. Like I feel like we all like can joke around with each other. We'll all like just I don't know. We all just like laugh on the court and off the court.
If you were playing the game Family Feud, who do you think would be the best at that?
Um, I gotta say Peyton again for that one.
What if we took the team to karaoke night? Who would be the first person to go up on stage?
Um, Probably like Maddie.
Do you what about you? What would be your karaoke song if you had to go up on stage for a karaoke night?
Oh God, I'd probably keep it with like One Direction. Like they're my favorite. Like maybe like Best Song Ever by One Direction.
All right, that's good. That's old school. I like it.
Yeah.
What are some things that when you think about your future? Obviously, you got a couple of years left, but when you think about your future, have you started to think about what you want to do for the life outside of high school?
I'm not sure about like college sports yet, and I honestly don't know like what I want to major in, but I think I want to stay close to home like for school. Probably like go to YSU or somewhere like around there so I could just stay at home for like at least the first year.
All right, Abe, you got plenty of time to think about it. Thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you the best of luck in that district, in that regional semifinal in Perry, and we hope to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.